This is a hearing for money damages in a landlord-tenant case. We had a case last, I'm not sure what the date of the order was. Thought I had it. At any rate, I previously did a possession judgment. Mr. Apps has filed a motion for money damages, and he filed a complaint, and he sets it out. They're asking for $5,520 in money damages. And they've included attachment A, which breaks those damages down. Mr. Sword, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Fox, would you raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you both swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
All right, Laura, we are in a testimonial hearing. All right, Mr. Sword, the complaint sets this out, and the attachment that Mr. Apps has included sets out how they came to that figure, I guess.
Everything on that paper, I've asked her for 5 years to change out, and she said no. And she's trying to get me to pay for it. I trusted her, never got no receipts from her. I was a month ahead on rent, and she said I wasn't. She's been lying.
Your Honor, I have all the receipts.
Ms. Fox, I didn't ask you anything yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Apps, you've used a form they apparently use in Kalamazoo, notice of damages. And I'm struggling to see how all this comes up to $5,520. The attachment, maybe I'm missing a page. Attachment A, does it have more than one page?
I don't believe so. Ms. Fox did the attachment A, and I believe it's, okay, if you look at that, okay, first of all, that's the form from the Grand Rapids Landlord Association, notice of damages. The middle part about past rent is $4,000. They've got the water bill for $140 just below that. And then she didn't put a number there, but I'm thinking the number between the 6120 and the 4,000, the 4140 is the total from Exhibit A. She didn't, or attachment A, she didn't actually put a claim for damage number there, but I didn't total it up.
This is going to be difficult. All right, let's first see if we can figure out the rent component. When we did the order at the hearing, damages would be determined at a later time, and that is this.
If it helps any, on the November original complaint, we indicated the rents due through November were $2,400.
Excuse me just a moment. Seaboing, Michigan. I know nobody in Seaboing, Michigan, and I'm looking at the original. The rental agreement was $650 per month, starting in 2019. Then on 2/1/24, they increased to $700. Rent due for, this is not great. All right. In her form, she indicates rent was due September 1st, October 1st, November 1st, December 1st, January 1st. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 months at 7.
I was out January,
All right. When did you leave in January?
January 10th.
All right.
Month
5
ahead on rent, but she says
times
it's
700 is 3,500. There's 31 days in January. 700 divided by 31 is $22 times 10 is $225. So
I'm looking for,
times
I
7.
believe the rents were changed to $800 a month, but I don't have the notice in front of me. Maybe Ms. Fox knows
Yes,
what
it
date
was.
that was.
Well, this
Hold on
is
just a
your
second, I'll
motion.
have
I
to
had to
grab-
turn it over to you and we'll be here till about midnight. So,
Well, in my original complaint, I indicate the rents were $800, sir.
I have all the receipts for $800.
I don't have any.
You didn't take it. I gave them to him.
all right, Mr. Apps, you may inquire of your witness as to how she came up with this figure.
Okay, Ms. Fox, you're, I don't know how much background we need. You're the owner of the property at 16,812 Moorhead, correct? Or Moore Park?
More.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm
Laura, this
looking at
is a testimonial hearing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at okay. At one time, at any time, did you ever raise the rents for Mr. Sword to $800?
Yes.
Do you know when you did that? I've got a copy of a letter, but I shouldn't be asking you leading questions. Do you know when you raised the rents to $800?
I have to look at my receipt book. I didn't know that I needed that. I know it was $800 over a year ago, and he didn't. Let me look at my receipt book. I didn't know I was going to need all this. I thought I had it all figured out. I had the rent figured out from 9/1 to 1/10 was $4,000.
Bye.
I can see when I changed the rent.
Would it help you at all, Miss Sword? I mean, Miss Fox, if I told you I have a letter dated from you, 201 of 24 with apparently an addendum on the bottom as you look through your records?
Which one?
Your letter is dated 201 of 24. Then in the bottom, there's a notice of potential rent increase. That's a document you gave me.
Yes.
That was back in 24.
I see it. It says 2/1/24, Rusty Sword. Notice for rent increase from 650 to 700, starting 3/1/24. Then it just says rent increase to 800 per month, 1/1/25. That,
That's correct. And I've got receipts for all of that.
well,
Hey, let
that
me ask
ain't
this.
much of a form. You scratch something out on a piece of paper and hand it to him. He doesn't sign it to acknowledge it. Then you have a little sticky note on here, rent due for September, October, 1,600. Water bill will be sent to your email on Friday. If you want to wait for it, it's up to you. I don't know what date that is, September, October of what year?
That was the year. That was the water bill for last year. I've already paid this year's. Because he's not there.
All right, so I can't, the lease says 650. That thing says 700. Something without a date seems to indicate it was raised to 800. rather than execute a new lease with a new rental amount.
I know, but I have all the receipts that he has paid $800 all the
Yeah,
way
you're
up.
there by telephone. I can't see you.
Well,
I can't see
my
your
paper
receipts.
said, my paper said phone, no video.
No, it didn't. But
Yes,
I
yes,
can't
it
see your
does. It's
exhibits by
underlined.
telephone.
That's what I had to put up with.
What?
That's what I had to
I
put
would
up
have been there had I known. This needs to be solved because I'm really hurting. So I had the rent
All
at
right.
$4,000, the water bill at 140 minus the 650 rental deposit. Came
One of
up
my
to
family-
520
All right.
with the damage.
Let's stop there. Mr. Sword, she claims that you didn't pay September, October, November, December's rent. What's your response to that?
I agree to that.
All right, how much was the rent?
800
All right.
at the end.
Okay, so we're not
And
fighting.
I was a month ahead that she's not mentioning.
All right, well, so 4 times
No, he
800.
wasn't. He was not a month ahead.
Stop. We're not sitting around the kitchen table. We're in a court proceeding. And you don't
Sorry.
just blurt things out, and it's not your field of expertise, but if you were here in the courtroom, you wouldn't do it the way you're doing it by.
I'm sorry. I
telephone.
apologize.
All right, so 3,200 from September to December, $800 times 4 is 3,200, and we had 225. So I'll calculate the rent at $4,545. There's a water bill of 140.38.
Correct.
All right.
I think you did your math wrong. It was $3,200 plus 225, wasn't it, sir? Be 34. I think you said
Yeah,
44.
I wrote 43. It's 44. Yeah, 42. $3,200 plus
I just have I have a question.
225 is 3,445. Plus 140.38 equals 3,623. Mr. Sword, do you agree that you had a $650 security deposit that you didn't get back?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll subtract 650 from that. That equals 2973. All right, there is addendum A on here. Do you have this?
No.
Or could you make a copy of this for me, for him?
The addendum was sent along with the notice of damages to his last known address. but
I
he may
think
not
he
have
got
received
it. I just don't think he brought it with him, so I'm gonna
Okay.
give it to him so he can follow along with us.
Yeah, not trying to be rude, just trying to tie up the loose ends.
I understand.
I just have a question when it's convenient.
What's your question?
He didn't move out till the 8th of January. Doesn't that include the whole month because he was there more than, I thought if you were there over the first, you paid for the whole month.
It could be, but if you didn't have such a crappy lease with handwritten changes in the amount of rent, I might have considered it, but I just gave
Doing it
you
all at
rent,
once, not
rent
giving
till
me
the
any
10th.
notice either. Thank you.
All right. Now, I have this next document. It's called Attachment A. I have trouble figuring it out and it isn't totaled up. He claims that this stuff was all defective when he got there.
Pastor for
So,
5 years.
all right, we got Miss Fox. West window is broken. 2725 times 7.5. I'm not sure what that means. $125. What is that about?
That's the size of the window.
Oh, has it been replaced?
We're working on it. I'm trying to get some money around to replace them.
Where'd you get the $125 figure?
You should have a copy of the person that went through. That was my instructions, to get somebody to go through, check out the damages and get a replacement cost.
Why wait 6 months?
Well, she has a right to do that, but again, don't just blurt stuff out.
Do you have the copy of the one that it was prepared by Charles Flowers? Should be at the top of the paper. Walkthrough by Charles Flowers.
No, I don't have that.
Well, it was on 1/14/26, and I was instructed to have a walkthrough, and I did. And this was his walkthrough. He assessed the damages. He wrote down what was broken.
Well, who is he?
Damaged. He was a former broker. He's a friend. He went to the store and got estimates on all of these things, and that's where the prices came up.
Well, that's all hearsay. Stove has one large element inoperable, needs cleaning. How old was that stove?
As old as the
Probably
house.
about 6 years, 6 or 7 years.
No, it's old.
All right, carpet needs to be replaced.
That needed
I have
replaced
that
too.
Just a
crossed
minute,
off.
just a minute. All right, we'll take the
Sorry.
carpet off. All right, southwest window broken, $125. Southwest window broken, screen missing, $125. East window broken, $125. Closet door inoperable, $40. Damaged door, $91. Carpet needs cleaning. How long had you been
Cross
in
that
there?
off.
5
Cross
years.
that off. I had the carpet cleaned. I just crossed the carpet off.
All right. Closet door is damaged, door damaged. All right, so, Mr. Sword, what can you tell me about all these broken windows?
I didn't ever see no broken windows.
I have pictures.
Yeah, that's great. You can't show me your pictures by telephone, and this is a trial.
I wasn't informed I should be there.
So you're saying there were no broken windows?
They all worked.
I'm trying to look at the notice of the hearing and it won't let me see it.
I have it.
Every one of them is blank.
I have it in my hand. I don't know what you need.
All right. So you say these windows are broken. He says they weren't. You don't have any pictures to show me, and you don't have this walkthrough. Elaine? Yes. Take a look at this.
Can you call Charles? Could you call Charles? He's the one that did the walkthrough.
That's not how this works.
I have been misinformed.
You called and talked to Michelle, telling us you were going to be here live and in person. We don't just call somebody up. This is a trial. I just wanted to see what her notice.
My paper says entering meeting, Zoom number, and I called and said that it says phone call, no video.
Yeah, if you call by phone, we won't have a video. You told us you were going to be here in person.
No, I
All
did
right,
not
anyway,
say that. I just,
well, you're not
I
here.
wanted to be there.
I lost Mr. Apps. At any rate, you're the plaintiff. You have the burden of proof. And so I can't help it if you're not here and you can't show
Can
me
we
your
redo this?
pictures
Because
and
can we
you
redo
don't
this?
have an estimate.
I do have an estimate.
Well, you didn't file it with the court.
I didn't know I
So-
was supposed to, sir.
Okay.
Can we redo this? This isn't fair. I'm 83 and this man has taken advantage of me. You ought to see the filthy, nasty text that he sent me.
Well, we
Hundreds
won't
of
get
them.
it. All right.
Pictures.
All right.
I'd like to redo this and do it properly.
Yes, me too. But you don't get to do that. You waited 6 months to file a motion for supplemental hearing. You filed the stuff. You didn't file these
My attorney
things.
was handling this. My attorney
All
was
right,
handling this.
well, then you can take it up with him.
My
We
Zoom
don't have
dropped,
the-
Your Honor. Am I back on the meeting?
Yeah, you're back. Yes.
I'm sorry.
But we don't have her. We don't have any photographs. We don't have her estimates. It's his word versus hers. He'd been in this place for several years. I don't doubt that he left it in worse shape than when he moved into it. But I was explaining while you were gone that she has the burden of proof. She wanted me to call her witness on the phone and talk to him. And I said, well, that isn't how this works. This is a date set for the trial.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
All right. Closet door damage, bathroom, medicine cabinet, 140. What do you remember about that, Mr. Sword?
I don't know what that is.
All window blinds destroyed, 8 windows.
I left all new window blinds. Every window had a blind for it.
That was new?
Yes, brand new in the box, in the closet.
Oh, they were in the,
They're
they
wrong.
weren't installed.
No, I bought them because they're all special sized windows.
All right, but did you install them or the boxes are just there?
They're inside the boxes.
All right, so you bought them to replace them, but you didn't install them?
Yes,
And you left those there?
yes.
Your
3
Honor,
outdoor lamps, $225, 3 new lights at $75 each. What are those, Miss Fox? The outside lights to the property?
yes, all the 2 front lights were broken off and the back one was ripped off. Didn't work. The security light is gone. I
All right, what do you know about
replaced
that?
Security light went out a long time ago, and I put a different bulb in there. It wasn't a security light bulb, but I put one in there. That was.
What
It's one
about
of
the other
those-
lamps that were
I don't know
damaged?
what she's talking about there.
All right, well, clean out the yard, $200. What could you tell me about that?
It's in the rental agreement. He was supposed to pick up the leaves and take care of all that, and he did not do any of it.
That was taken care of.
All right,
Liar.
repair to the garage door and the garage door remote. So when he left, you didn't have the remote to the garage door?
No, and it was, he worked for Folly Overhead Door. He cut all the wires so the door would not open and close, and I had to buy a new remote for $52.
All right. Mr. Sword, what's your response to that?
I didn't leave a remote.
All
I
right.
have a receipt
What
that
about
I
all
paid
these
somebody to fix.
damaged interior doors?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh, shit.
I took pictures, emailed them this morning. She said she got them, the lady up front. I took pictures of everything when I left. Everything.
Well, you're no better than she is. If you got a bunch of pictures that I can't see, they aren't worth anything.
Your secretary got them though.
Well, you have to serve them on them. Let's see here.
I left that place clean, vacuumed, everything. That's a fake cry.
All right, here, she can't see these. All right, if you look on the screen, Mr. Apps, can you see that?
I can, sir.
Oh.
What's worth, apparently Spectrum has dropped their service for the moment, so I'm using my cell phone. I apologize.
Okay. Mr. Sword, is that a picture that you took of the premises when you left?
Yeah,
All right, I don't see any broken doors. The carpeting appears to be clean. Were there other pictures?
yes, there are about 6 of them. Took pictures of every room.
That's the only picture that I see. But the place, that very limited picture, you said you had 6 pictures?
5 or 6 of them, I do believe. I got
Well, same thing.
see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Elaine, did more come than just that one single picture?
Yeah, I got one.
Well, I won't be able to show them to Mr. Apps or
Yeah.
to her.
Yeah. I took
Um,
pictures of every room. It was cleaned.
Burn in hell.
Miss Fox,
Yes,
burn in hell is not a very helpful commentary on this.
I'm sorry. You wouldn't believe what I've been through. He put signs out by the road saying I was a bitch and I was going to hell and I'd never see my husband again, and
All right.
great big signs out there.
All right. Let me see what's on your phone.
Start that way. Let's go.
All right, they're not very helpful, but it did show the place was not in terrible disarray. It doesn't show any windows. So regarding these windows, she says they're broken. He says they're not. There are actually one.
They're 2-pane windows.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 windows at 125. Is $500. The closet blinds, he says he repaired. I did not see any door damage in any of the pictures that I saw. I will allow $225 for the lamps, $200 for the yard cleanup, and the garage door, he cut the wires and the remote is gone. 125 plus 52 is 177. I don't know what to do.
I have a question tell you about the blinds.
Yes?
All of the blinds he left are too small. They don't even fit the windows. They are no good at all. They're all too small. They fall right inside the window. They're too small.
All right, I'm gonna allow $250 for the broken windows. I'm gonna cut it in half. $225 for the lamps.
Isn't that her responsibility? For the lamps, outside lamps?
There, she said they're gone. 177 for the garage door, $200 for the yard cleanup.
The yard was clean.
All right, let's add that up. 177 plus 200 plus 5 plus 250 is 852. So we have rent and utilities minus deposit is 2,973. I'm gonna allow other damage in the amount of 852. We have court costs.
They were 271. I'm sorry. I had it here a moment ago. 271.60, sir. If there's a trial,
right.
I guess it's $75 more for a trial. That was
Yes, it is.
so 75 more to 271.
$271.60 plus 75 is $346.60 in cost. Damages in the amount of 2,972. Plus 852
I
is
got
3,000.
3824.
Yes, 3,824 plus costs of 346.60 is 4,170.06. I find for the plaintiff. 4,170.06.
And 60 cents.
6 cents. Oh, 60 cents. 60. 3,804. Mr. Sword, I find that you owe Ms. Fox, $4,170.60. Possession judgment was previously entered. You have theoretically 21 days to pay that before she can pursue collection remedies. Can you do some sort of a payment plan?
I don't have a job at the moment. I'm looking.
All right, I'm just gonna do this as a judgment. 4,170.60. Some of it's rent, some of it's damages. I had to kind of estimate on the damages because the evidence wasn't clear. Your pictures were hard to discern. The one that I shared with Mr. Apps showed basically the place wasn't in too terrible of a shape, but I don't have any pictures. She may have some pictures, but I never saw them. She may have some quotes and estimates, but I never saw those either. So I did the best I could with the information I had. You owe 4,170.06. Ms. Fox, getting the judgment is the easier part. Getting the money is the hard part.
I understand.
Mr. Apps can pursue that. Perhaps you can do a discovery hearing, or if he ever gets a job, garnish his wages. But you're all good to go. Mr. Sword, if you go out to the counter, we'll give you a copy of that order.
Thank
you.
Judge,
Yes?
he had a job. He worked for Folly Doors. He just got back to work and he got fired after 3 days, just this last week, for drinking.
Well, or if he got fired, he doesn't have a job. If he does have a job, you can garnish his wages. All right, Mr. Apps, thank you for that.
Apologize for Spectrum acting up, but I did have my cell phone as a backup, so I'm sorry, sir.
All right, thank you.